this we were born.
Hello and welcome to Unity of Las Vegas. My name is Jim Lee and I'm the spiritual leader here. And I'm so glad that you're joining us. And if this is your first time, I just want you to know that this spiritual community called Unity of Las Vegas is just sending you love. We're sending it virtually and you can feel it and you can receive it. And I just want you to know that you're not here by accident. You're just going with the flow, and that's the reason why we are all here. I would say if I could boil down our entire message every Sunday, it would be two words: love wins. So we are here as a heart-centered ministry, and now to experience this, I want everybody to take a full deep breath and breathe in the air and just feel love all through your body now and just send it out. And then, as you do, just relax now and be open and receive it. And this is the wonderful exchange. And if you are not here this morning at the exact same time, whenever you are seeing this, I just want you to know that God's got this and you will receive it at your appropriate time. Well, each month we have a guest speaker, to enrich and enliven our wonderful community. And so we are blessed to have someone very special, and that is Dr. Gail. Her talk today, For This We Were Born. And I know it's going to be a good talk, so I want you to know that you can stick around after the service at about 11 o'clock. We have a special fellowship time in which we get together and just talk about the talk and the things that we got from it. Also, just talk about life in general and things that are coming up, like the elections. So if you are interested, please stick around, join us. Just click on the link that takes you to it, and also look at the instructions in the chat section and the comment section so that you can be guided there. This Sunday, the 3 M's are important. We're going to start off with John Jones with the music. Now, John wrote and is singing this song, and it's entitled For This We Were Born. Then we've got a message by Dr. Gail and a meditation by Mary Liz. Oh, we've got a great Sunday. So open up your minds, open up your hearts, and get ready for John Jones.
Hi, everyone. Good morning and welcome. We hope you're all enjoying and finding these Sunday morning programs to be good for your soul and helping you to grow. If you haven't already, please take a moment right now and subscribe to our channel. Ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great content that we want to share with you from right here in Unity of Las Vegas. When Dr. Gail said that the name of her message this morning is For This We Were Born, I said, wow, that sounds like a great title of a song. So please enjoy. For This We Were Born.
When I was young, I asked the world, why would the penguins have to stand in the cold? It looked to me like a bird was cruel. Why were they given no heat, no fuel? The papas would balance an egg on their feet. Mamas traveled miles to find something to eat, but they always came back to the same little spot, never having to prove there's something they're not. But if you ever ask a penguin to try to explain, they might say, for this we were born. For this we were born. There was a man who carried a weight responsible mind in order to forgive and act so unkind. One would think surely here the justice prevailed, but the devil, it seems, must be in the details. Someone asked how he found such peace. He said, "For this we were born. For this we were born, to tame the darkness with the light. For this we were born, to breast injustice with the right. For this we were born, to realize that we're made of love. For this we were born, to meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. A young woman grows up, starts a family of her own, filled with hope and good fortune. How could she have known that sometime soon her heart would be broken with words that never ever should have been spoken? But throughout the darkness and with all of her might, her strength, it seems, to hold on to the light and release what was broken to the stars above, and teach to her children unconditional love. When she was questioned about her life, she said, "For this we were born. For this we were born, to tame the darkness with the light. For this we were born, to best injustice with the right. For this we were born, to realize that we're made of love. For this we were born, to meet the world through the eyes of God. For this we were born, to tame the darkness with the light. For this we were born, to best injustice with the right. For this we were born, to realize that we're made of love. For this we were born, to meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God. To meet the world through the eyes of God.
Thank you, John. That was a beautiful song. For this I was born. Love the beat. Well, today we have Dr. Gail. Now, I'll tell you something about Dr. Gail Derin. First of all, a licensed Unity teacher. Next, she is an ordained religious science minister. And then she holds a doctorate in Oriental medicine and has been practicing for over 40 years. She facilitates workshops and retreats and teaches classes and does a lot of Sunday talks around the Sacramento area. Now, I know Dr. Gail has all these credentials, but I've been knowing her since 1998. She is one grounded, spiritual, just an evolutionary light on the planet. You're going to enjoy her. And I'm so glad she's doing this particular talk for us at this time, and it's so appropriate. Please welcome Dr. Gail Derin.
Good morning. I'd like to first thank Reverend Jim and Lisa and Unity of Las Vegas for inviting me. I'm speaking to you from my home in Sacramento. And the title of my talk today is For This We Were Born. And when I'm speaking and referencing God, I'll be speaking both in the personal sense and the eternal, principled, unchanging relationship. I'm going to be holding both of those qualities of God. So there is a Chinese saying that's, may you live in interesting times. And of course, there's no denying that there are incredible forces of polarization. And to say that our lifestyle and our world has changed in the last 6 months would be quite an understatement. And sometimes I think that the pause that we've all been given is actually by design. There's also another saying that the word crisis in Chinese means danger plus opportunity. And of course, we know the dangers that we have seen with COVID and the loss of life and income. But what isn't as necessarily seen by many is the amazing opportunities that are here for us. And yet I think we sense it. I think we sense that something else is emerging, and despite everything we see, that something good is coming from all that we're experiencing right now. And that something is what I'd like to explore today. I'm going to talk about patterns that have been disrupted, where because of our lifestyle have changed so much, we tend to react in one of many ways. We could either be spiraling in anxiety and fear, or we can be looking at what really needs to be let go of and needs to be changed. Or we can look at what's being called forth and emerging in this time. I heard a talk by Reverend Deb Johnson that said, never waste a crisis. And in this time of danger and opportunity, I'll be referencing 2 books that will further take us into that exploration. The first book is called The 9 Waves of Evolution by Johann Kalaman, actually Carl Johann Kalaman, and the other the book is called It's Not Your Money by Tosha Silver. Kalaman is a researcher of the Mayan calendar and its traditions, and he writes that there are 9 levels or 9 waves of creation that leave a holographic imprint that have shaped civilizations. And each of these are occurring as a quantum leap in evolution and a quantum leap in our awareness, where a whole new paradigm and a way of thinking emerges. And today I'll be focusing on the 8th and the 9th wave. And the 8th wave has been described as the era of the individual. The 8th and 9th wave have emerged probably in the last few decades. And this is about where we have cultivated a deep individualization, where we've had the Gestalt and the self-help and the workshops and the way of keenly developing our intuition. And yet all of that, as heightened as it has been, it has also been a place of what I would call the Lone Ranger, a place where we are doing it on our own, even our own seek and quest for enlightenment. And it's been a necessary process. And it's this place of self-discovery has actually heightened some skills of our consciousness. There was a spiritual teacher who once asked a student, if I would give you everything, money, fame, prestige, a wonderful career, could I have your consciousness instead? Can I just trade your consciousness for all of that? And of course we would say no, because we actually know how important consciousness is, especially us Unity students. And we also know from quantum physics that our consciousness is what forms matter. In the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, what we understand is that the observer actually changes what is observed. Even with our expectations, we can move particles. And even as David Bohm, physicist, talks about virtual particles that are not seen but felt like a wave, can actually then sort of pouch into physical manifestation if we build enough energy, or as in Charles Filmer would say, thought forms to actually move it from the invisible into the visible realm. So we know how powerful our consciousness is. And as truth students, we work very mindfully to be aware of our thoughts, our words, and our actions. I once heard a minister say, pay attention to what you're paying attention to. In Tosha Silver's book, I feel that a lot of her principles that she's asking us to cultivate are very much Unity principles. And we also know that the power of the word shapes our vibration. Even in Scripture, where it says, no word shall return void, it will return with the purpose through which it has been sent. So we know the potency and the power of our awareness, of what we expect, of what we speak, and what we, of course, imagine. So Tosha Silver, in her book, It's Not Your Money, gives us some teachings to build on these skills. And she says, put God first in all your affairs, because after all, it's not your money, it's not your life, it's God's. And she recommends 5 different activities that I feel also were important in cultivating these skills in the 8th wave. The first skill is to be receptive, to invite love to open you, and to give and receive easily. Wow. Just that alone, if we were to allow ourselves to give and receive with ease, to actually relax into that exchange that life is always offering us. I remember reading once where Myrtle once said, I turn my attention from the thoughts about things to increasing more about my love of the giver. So to be a grateful giver and receiver, and to love the beloved that from which we can give and receive. The second is to clear and have a more spacious environment, which means to clear the clutter of our homes, of our what we're surrounded by, but also to clear the clutter of our mind, to clear the clutter of our old stories that have given us a payoff or served us in some way before, but not now. and to make room more for what kind of life we would like to be having instead. So she compares old stories like a dog that just vomited all over the rug. It leaves a particular fragrance that maybe we might not want to put into this now moment. So if we know that every word comes back with the purpose from which we sent, and I think of the song Return to Sender, we might think of what we choose to send out. Do we really want it to return in that way? And maybe as we clear the clutter of our thinking and our environment, we actually can bring harmonious thoughts and an environment into our experience. So clear the clutter. Third one she suggests that we do is we stop the lack train, that we stop complaining. She says, what if you just stop complaining for 24 hours and then choose again? And when I invited a friend to do this with me, she said, well, can I just do it for the next 24 minutes and then choose again? Because we know that the ego can be very contentious and it loves to find something to complain about. So I would suggest giving the ego a job. And one of the ways to do that is with a koan. A koan is an unanswered question that gives the unconscious mind something to chew on, asking it something like, why am I so blessed? Why are insights coming to me in such interesting and unexpected ways? I had a friend who was working on her practice of abundance, and she would look for dimes. And when she said, this is my dance with the Blvd, why is God loving me in such lavish ways? At first it started with dimes, and I was with her and I could see dimes appearing everywhere. It became like a game, like a dance. But then it started to, as she kept being a grateful receiver and giver, it kept growing. So stop the lack train and start asking the why questions, the big, good why questions that bring big, good answers to you in wonderful, unexpected ways. The fourth activity she asks us to do is to bless. As we know that blessing is the law of increase, and whatever we bless, we prosper in. And Jesus in his teachings would always give thanks in advance. And he would say, Father, I know you have heard me and you have already given me what I ask. So to bless and appreciate in order to appreciate or grow whatever we're asking for. And also to bless in advance that we're receiving exactly the guidance that we need. And the fifth activity she asks us to do is to receive generously, to receive with ease, and to allow a greater awareness to show itself. She invites you to put things in a God box so that wherever we're tempted, we have a concern to put it in the God box and we're tempted to actually pull it out and mull ourselves all over it again. We go, nope, wait a minute. I just gave that to God and I'm going to let it stay there. And God, I'm going to allow divine right action and inspiration to show me, for you to show me the answers. And that more that she says we offer it, we keep offering it all to God, the more we're building a muscle. So these are all great ways to learn to navigate as an individual before we can actually really know our gifts and be able to use them in this world for what we came here to do. And this is moving from cultivating a very strong self. The whole idea, what Emily Cady says in Lessons in Truth, that as we come to know ourselves, then as we surrender our personality or our willful ego, actually the more individualized we become in God, where our particular talents can be used. And so we are now facing a time and a development where we are moving past the walls of separation, despite appearances. There's a new energy that we are in that's emerging, and that is the ninth wave. And the ninth wave, as Carl Johan Kaleman says, is a time when the veil between us and God is dissolving, and where we have direct access of moving inside the larger body of God. We're moving into a new way of being where strategy and manipulation isn't the method of survival. In fact, we are moving into a place where we begin to thrive because we are moving inside the fabric of a deep love. And even as we bring all our concerns, we're being enfolded into a greater wisdom and a greater collaboration with God, with others. You know, occasionally we've experienced this time of being inside something where we've actually personally either been met or we've experienced this where a group is moving together in this excited place of union. We see it with musicians. We've seen it in sports where there is this collective one body. And usually our egos are busy with opinions, but in this state, the ego begins to dissolve as we know we're part of something much greater. In Romans chapter 12, verse 5, it says, "So we, who are many, are one body in Christ, and individually we are members one of another." So this quality of being inside or being met is the vehicle of evolution that makes things possible. Where we know as individuals there's certain things we can't do, but collectively we can. And that reminds me of even Gandhi, when a whole nation came together as one body under the principle of nonviolence. And that same principle through which Martin Luther King was so inspired by Gandhi's works. So this gives evolution a place to live from. It's a different domain. And it's a life that becomes mended only when one person meets another, whether from a different place or a different face or different ways. And what they begin to see is they begin to see in them, in this other, themselves and God. And what we begin to see is that this world was made for each of us to contribute in our own unique way, because we are of this one body. And we are allowing ourselves to be orchestrated by a greater intelligence. For this we were born. And is it not so that you are love and so are they? So what is being inside this love asking us to do? We're becoming more aware that we need to contribute in our own way and not stand on the sidelines, that it is our time in whatever way that we are given to contribute to each other. And our presence matters, and how we engage and how we contribute to each other and how we can speak authentically because we are inside this body of love. And we're being mutually influenced to be in and for a greater whole. And we don't wait for oneness. We move inside it. And we feel this great love holding us, healing us, and informing us. This divine guidance is bringing us to the threshold of a new entity where we are members of the pure evolution in a quantum leap of where we're going as a humanity. And I'll say this again, despite appearances. As this ninth wave takes hold, as we feel more of its presence because we are attuned to it, we find the ego begins to dissolve because there is this metness where we're being met inside. And because of that, removing ourselves, not staying on the inside, place of separation, will begin to feel more and more uncomfortable. And we see this. We see this not only during our time of social distancing, but we also know that there is something greater that's being called from us. So this is our time to reinstall God as our source, because where else could we be? Where else could God be? In Psalms 139, it says, whether I descend to heaven or hell, though lo, I am with you. I am with you in every relation. I am with you in every activity, in every thought, and every feeling, in every aspiration. Lo, I am with you because I am you. So the invitation is to be as available to the divine to see what's possible. Now is the time where we get to witness the essence of God in each other. That they are of love, they are of God, just like us. And in these times of limitation, together, possibilities in God are endless. For this, we were born. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gail. That was beautiful. What power and purpose we have for us to be in this season. We've just entered fall, so I'm so grateful that we get together. Let's go ahead and sit in a comfortable posture, and seated posture if you'd like, on the ground or in your chair. Just elevated spine, shoulders rolled back, chest open. Let's begin with some gentle breathing. Palms can be on your knees, your lap, maybe up, facing upward, or facing downward, your choice. Let's begin with some gentle breathing. Shoulders roll back. Inhale through the nose. And slow exhale through the nose or mouth. Inhales through the nose. And slow exhale. Do just like this, 2 more breaths. Inhale, letting the belly expand, open the chest. You're here. Thanks for joining us. And then mouth is open, exhale. 1 more breath, inhale, belly rounds, open up. Maybe sit a little bit taller. And slow exhale. And for the next few moments, you're just invited to just have some gratitude for your soul that's here right now in this life. 2020, doing big things out of what may look like chaos in the external world. Knowing the truth of the self in the inner world. That I am allowing for the external circumstance, external climate to bless me. I am in allowing. I am in receptivity. I am the full expression of true allowance for being open to what is serving me, to what is gifting me in this very moment. I am open. Big breath in through the nose. And slow exhale. For this I was born. This journey, this inward awareness of constantly up-leveling to allow for the vision within me to unfold. For this I was born, to see the aspects of myself, even the parts of me I might not accept, maybe the parts of me that I judge. And yet the external people in my world get to gift me with triggers that I get to look at and see, oh, look at that part of me. That part of me still hurts a little, or, ooh, I get irritated with this experience. Let me look at that. Let me get to allow this gift to bless me. Let me be open to how the universe is always working for my highest good. Things are falling so that the potential within me can show up in the most greatest level I have yet to even get to uncover. It's here, it's now, I am living it. Big breath in through the nose and slow exhale. And for the next few moments, we're in a new season. This is the first week of fall. Literally September 22nd, September 21st, it is the fall equinox, the darkness and the light in balance. And every day from here on out until December 21st, the nights grow longer, the days shorter. It is symbolic of being in the dark and keeping the light lit. Knowing the power of the darkness gives potential of the light within me. Can I be so open to know that the harvest is the power and the beauty of reaping the benefits of my own inner flame, of my own inner work, of my acknowledgement of myself, that I'm on this planet to do great things. That's why I'm here. I'm still alive. I'm breathing, which means I get to do this work. Big inhales through the nose and big exhale. I allow. And so as things unfold and maybe as doors close, I am a magnetic force of the vibrational energy that is attracting what I am the highest expression of, the divine spark within me. I am a magnetic vibrational force of divine freedom, liberation, of expression, of joy. And when I'm in a high space of joy, how can the universe not give me what I'm calling forward in affirmation? When I'm in an expression of giving without expectation, the universe continues to give and give. And so yes, I am in allowing. I am open, attractive, magnetic. I call forth, I say thank you, and the universe gives it. I am clear. Big breath in through the nose and big exhale. What an exciting journey to fall and rise, to rise and fall, and know that in it the Lord divine is with me in it all. What a gift to know my connection through and through, to strengthen my connection on my knees when I fall. What a gift to know the self on a much deeper level. How perfect the divine plan is. Big inhales through the nose and big exhale. I am the magnetic force, the vibrational energy of divine receiving. I am the magnetic force and divine energy of the magnetism of who I am in my truth, the child made in the image and likeness of my creator, of our creator. I am that spark of divinity. Therefore, it is my birthright to receive exactly what I am asking for. Big inhales through the nose and big exhale. Maybe a little smile, because yes, I am worthy of all that I am calling forward. I allow it without resistance. Maybe things are breaking down because the potentiality of what's greater than my own imagination is wanting to break through. Everything is working so that my highest potential can meet at the highest place of my divine throne. The universe is meeting me there, so I must be an allowance. I am receiving, I am open. I was born for this. Inhale through the nose and big exhale. Inhale, chest high, shoulders back. And let your voice be audible. Sigh it out. This is your time. Let yourself be free. Inhale through the nose, belly out, shoulders back. And sigh it out. 2 more breaths. Inhale, belly out. Release. I breathe in life force energy. Inhale. I ground in the divinity of myself. Exhale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 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 When you feel rooted in this truth, made in the divine spark energy of the vibrational match of joy, magnetism, open, receiving, allowing, ready, prepared, positioned. Let me come back and open your eyes.
Thank you, Dr. Gail. Oh, great message. Great message. And you know what? I'm now feel like I'm in greater contact with my greater evolutionary wisdom. We're blessed also to have had Mary Liz give us a great meditation today. This has been a good day. Everybody, just thank you for just joining us. And I just want you to know that we're here for you and with you. And so you could join us after church, continue this going. And also, I just want you to know that we want to have you in our wonderful spiritual community. So if you would click on the subscribe button and join us every Sunday for this community. Also, what I'd like for you to do is just share this message, if you would, with family, friends, coworkers, anybody that you think that could need this. And also, I'm inviting you to really partner with us on an energetic level and keep us uplifted in prayers. And with your financial support is another positive energy that lifts us up so we can be here for you. And more importantly, we're looking at going more national and global with this message. So anything that you can do to support us is helpful. What you can do now is you can give via the website, Also, via text, and just let us know that you are there. Take a moment now. Feel this. Know this, that we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. So as we conclude for today, just want you to know that love wins. Take on an energy and a positivity to know that you're connected to the divine. And every morning, wake up saying, my God, what a fantastic time to be alive. And so now we're going to close out with a prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. So wherever you may be, just know that God is there. All is well. God bless you.
For this we were born, to tame the darkness with the light. For this we were born, to breast injustice with the right. For this we were born, to realize that we're made of love. For this we were born, to meet the